Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys a quick short polygel set. Since I've been doing really short nails lately, I just thought, why not go even shorter? So I decided to use the shortest nail tips I have. And if you are interested in these and want to check them out, I do believe I already have them linked in my Amazon storefront, which you can just go ahead and click the link that's in my description box. But yeah, I decided to use these, and I'm so excited because I have never done any nails this short when it comes to applying tips. Of course, I went a little bit shorter when it comes to gel eggs, but applying tips, I feel like that's totally different because once you apply the tips, you will have to apply product on top. So yeah, these are going to be really short, and as you guys can see, I'm kind of having a little bit of trouble holding these. I did have to use the very tips of my hand. I could barely hold them and things like that. So yeah, these were definitely something new. But yeah, once I finish picking out all of my nail sizes, I will be applying them with some nail glue. The nail glue I'm going to be using is the Stick It glue from Sky. And I'm just going to be applying these like normal, but one thing I did run into is that, like I said, these are so short, and when I put the glue inside of the little nail tip, it was just getting everywhere on my gloves, on my other hand. I just couldn't do it. So what I decided to do is grab a pair of tweezers and apply them like this. I have seen people using tweezers to apply gel X method, but honestly, I just thought it wasn't even that serious. I'm just like, what, I just kind of felt it was unnecessary until I got to applying these nails. It was definitely necessary because I could not see anything with my hands in the way, and yeah, it was just really difficult. So these tweezers definitely help. After getting all the tips applied, I am going to take a hand file and just lightly shape up the nails a little bit, mostly on the free edge of the nail. I'm not going to focus too much on the sides or trying to blend it in with my natural nails because I also have a peel off base. So I'm just going to be focusing on the tips of these nails, getting them really straight how I like them before applying the product. Of course, after filing, I did go ahead and remove all of that dust. Then I'm going to be applying a really thin layer of base coat. I did decide to use the Model 1 set for this, so I am going to be using the Model 1's base coat and top coat near the end. Whenever I did my last polygel set, I did have someone comment and ask why did I apply the base coat before going in with polygel. And to answer your question, if anyone else is curious or wanted to know, the base coat is just going to help the polygel cure better, adhere better. It's just gonna make it last longer. It's kind of almost like if you were to apply top coat on top of oil. You know how that just doesn't work. Not saying it's necessarily like that, but the base coat just helps it bond better and last. Or another way is just how you have to buff over plastic press-on tips before going in with the gel polish. It's almost like that, if you will. But yeah, it just helps the polygel last longer and adhere better to the nails. Once I got my base coat on, I did go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds, and now I'm going to be going in with my polygels. These are some polygels I received a while ago from this brand. She reached out to me on Instagram, and I was so grateful. I love these so much. So this is a brand, I forgot how to pronounce it. It's either Covet Envy or either Covet Envy. I'm not really sure, but either way, all of her information will be linked down below if you guys want to check these products out. Also, while I'm using her polygels, I did decide on using her polygel brush, and I really love this brush. It's a really nice wide brush, kind of like a crimp acrylic brush, if you will. But I just love this brush. It honestly is more effective, especially when doing longer nails. I know I'm doing short nails today, but when I used it the first time, I did do a little bit of a longer set, and I just really love that it's super convenient for like just getting the product over the nail a lot faster compared to if you are working with a smaller brush. You just have to go in with a lot more padding. So yeah, that's one reason why I really love it. Also, the bristles feel like really good quality as well. And also it's dual ended just like any other brush with the spatula on the other end. Another thing you might have noticed is that her polygels are in jars. I feel like in a way it's super convenient because when it comes to the squeeze bottles, a lot of times we aren't able to get all of it out. So with this, we can just like see how much is left. And honestly, I haven't used this much, but I feel like this would last a very long time. Like there's so much product in these jars. So yeah, that's also a plus when it comes to her products. You get a lot more. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in and do one color on each of my nails. I do have 5 colors here, and if I remember correctly, I do believe this is her summer collection. And as you guys can see, these colors are really vibrant and so pretty. They don't have any marbling just from opening them, and these have been sitting for a while, but I just opened the top and like just took off the lid, and they are perfectly fine. I don't have to do a lot of mixing. They didn't separate. They're honestly so perfect. And also, if you are wondering about the consistency, they remind me a lot of like Macarts. They're really on the stiffer side. They're not really runny. It's very easy to maneuver, and it just stays where you put it. So it's honestly everything I like in a polygel. So if you want to check these out, I will be sure to link these down below. For my first nail, my pink one, I did overestimate how much polygel I would need, so that one was a little bit thicker than the rest of them. And so now I know to go in with less polygel. When it comes to sculpting these nails out, I don't have to focus much on an apex because they aren't like long. You don't have to have that strength really. So I'm just gonna go in with one layer of polygel. The polygel I put from the start is all that I end up using. And so yeah, once I use the spatula to pick up the polygel, I put it right in the center. That's just the easiest way for me. Dipping my brush into my alcohol slip solution, I just go ahead and start patting like I normally would. I make sure to get around the cuticle area, just pat the polygel over the entire surface. Once it's over the surface, I like to go around my cuticles a little bit more, make sure it's sealed in, and then just start to like smooth it out. If I have to drag off any excess, I'll make sure to use like the body of my brush and really like square off my tips. And so yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to be doing for this application. These polygels were really easy to use, and honestly I love them a lot. I have to use these more because they are honestly, like I said, just everything I want or everything I like in a polygel. Whenever I get the polygel how I want or I'm satisfied with it, I do go ahead and pop them into the light for 30 seconds and then move on to the next nail, which I will just let the rest of this play out for you guys to enjoy. After curing on all the polygel, this is how it looks, and I really love how they look. The application didn't take me long at all. It was super short, very quick. And next I'm going to be taking some alcohol, wiping over the nails so we can get into the filing. As always, I do start off with a hand file and just shape up the nails a little bit. And also when it comes to polygel, I do try to only use my hand file. It's just easier for me. Polygel is like really soft, so it doesn't really take much to like remove or file or debulk. So I do try to use a hand file for most of it, but of course once I finish shaping the nails up, going over the surface, making sure everything is nice and smooth and debulked, I will go in with my nail drill and a seal around my cuticle areas. And also just to like go underneath the nail and clean up any product that may have went underneath it. And with that being said, I will just let you guys go ahead and watch the rest of this play out. I promise you it's not going to take long at all. And if you are enjoying today's video so far, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below. So yeah, with the filing part, I did go ahead and shape file, buff, seal in my cuticles, go underneath the nails. And now it's time to wipe and cleanse the nails. So I'm just using like that leftover alcohol I was using for my slip solution, and just wiping off my nails. So for my nail art, it's going to be really simple. I am going to be using the black gel pot from 𝚙𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 using some of their gel polish thinner because these gel pods have like a really thick consistency, and I wanted the gel to be just a little bit looser so it glides a little bit better on my nails. So I did go ahead and mix like 2 drops into that, gave that a really good mix, and then I'm going to be using Kara Sky XL liner brush to do some star nail art. The concept behind this nail set was like a really colorful spring but like dark Rockstar type of set. So I'm just going to be doing like a lot of stars. I'm going to be doing like star outlines and also like little tiny stars that I'm going to fill in. The star outlines was definitely hard because it was so hard to like line up the lines to get them straight. All of my stars just ended up looking so lopsided, so I did a lot of cleanup, which I edited out, and just tried to put like the most important parts in there so you guys can easily enjoy it. But I will say, once I got like closer to the last few nails, like my pinky and my thumb, it did get a lot easier because like I just kind of got the concept more of like how to place my lines. Even though that should have been like where I started, it was just not easy because it's just hard for me to get straight lines. But I did the best I could, and I feel like my stars really did turn out nice either way. The ones I am filling in was obviously a lot easier because I can just do like the crossover method and just fill everything in. So yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do for all of my nails. I did go ahead and cure on my first nail once I got it done, but I did realize like when it comes to cleaning up the nails, it was a little bit harder because it just makes smudges. Like doing the nail art on top of foul polygel, it kind of seeps into the product and it just leaves like really unwanted smudges. So I'm gonna be going in with a really thin layer of base coat just to make like that surface a little bit smoother, so my nail art and like when I mess up and have to remove it, it just goes by a little bit smoother and get more like straighter lines, less smudges and everything like that. So I'm gonna be curing on a thin layer of base coat and then just go ahead and continue doing my star nail art. I really hope this isn't too boring for you guys. I really would appreciate if you like the video if you haven't already, and just leave a comment down below. It doesn't even have to be like really long and drawn out. Some hearts would be nice. So yeah, I'm really trying my hardest to get back on a normal schedule on YouTube. I know I've been having a lot of difficulties posting. It's just like a lot, so I'm really trying. And if you guys would comment some stuff you want to see, that would be very helpful. That way I know like what to post. Sometimes I do feel uninspired or like don't know what to do, especially with this like new trend of like this flower garden, like aurora ombres, and like the 3D, like that's really popular right now. And if I just keep doing that, to me it honestly just feels like I'm doing the same nail set over and over, even if it's different. So I would like to get some feedback from you guys and let me know what you would like to see. I do have a list of things I want to get done, so I'll probably be trying to get that done over the next few weeks. But with you guys letting me know what you want to see, it will be very helpful. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now and just let you guys watch the rest of this nail art play out, and I'll come back to you guys once I have all of my stars cured. So after all of my stars are cured on, I'm going to be taking some alcohol and just wiping over the tacky layers of all of the gel polish I just cured. I don't want anything to be sticky because I am going to be using some chrome powder from Kira Sky. And if there's anything sticky on the nails, it's just going to stick to it. So I didn't want it to stick to anything I have on there like now. So now taking a dotting tool and still using my XL liner brush, I'm going to be doing some 4-pointed stars, and these are what I want to be silver to tie into like my rock star type of vibe. So once I get on my 4-pointed stars, I'm going to go ahead and cure them for 30 seconds and then start to rub on my chrome powder. I really love the way this chrome powder works and applies. It's so smooth. It looks so good. I have to do more chroma sets because chrome powder has honestly been one of my new favorite things to use. At first, I didn't really care too much for it, but once I started working with them, getting like better colors and stuff, I just really love the way chrome powder looks. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue doing that to all of my nails. And again, it's not going to take long at all. I promise you guys we are approaching the end of this video. And I do appreciate each and every one of you who watch from beginning to end without skipping. So if that's you, thank you so much. Even the ones who skip, thank you, but it's just better to keep my retention throughout the whole entire video. So special thanks for the ones who watch all the way through. And the last thing there is to do is just add on my top coat, and I am going to be using the Model 1's top coat. Just very simple, adding a glossy layer on top to seal in my designs. And once I finish, I'm going to go ahead and cure for 30 seconds. After rubbing in my cuticle oil to re-nourish my cuticles, this is how the finished set turned out. And I love the way this looks. It's not exactly what I was hoping for, but it still looks very, very cute. I love how these colors look, like that kind of balance of like really bright and happy, and then like the black stars. Like I really love the way that looks. My original design, I did want to add like charms and a lot more, but these nails were really small. I don't know what I was thinking. After I did my stars and everything like that, I didn't really have room to do what I wanted, so I just left it at this, and still I think it's so cute. So I'm happy the way these turned out. If you are interested in anything I use in today's video, I will try to link it down below. If you can't find links, check my Amazon storefront. A lot of the products I use are also there. Let me know what you thought about today's video in the comments, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.